Welcome to Community Conversation. Miss Ebony J, and you're watching and listening to 1230 The Buzz, your talk station on 101.5, 101.1 The Wiz, and 100.3 Sissy's R&B station. Now, if you've never been or listened to Community Conversation, I want to let you know that this is a show where we come to talk about the things happening right here in our community and how nonprofits are providing solutions to the problems. And so today I got a king in the building, ladies, Mr. Antoine Watson, who is the man and the director behind, he's the king behind King Stand. What's up, though?
Hey, Ebony J, how you doing today?
I'm good. I get excited when I meet kings who be representing, you know.
Hey, somebody got to do it. Why not me, right?
Tell me, what is King Stand?
Absolutely. So first and foremost, King Stand is a safe place of unconditional love, understanding, and acceptance for Black men. I just want to put that out there because it's so important to mention. But basically, we're building a brotherhood where Black fathers can grow and support each other in our work toward equity for Black women. We just want fathers to be able to come out, not be afraid to just be themselves, really, and just connect with us. So we're just a brotherhood, and we're just fighting the fight of just better outcomes for our Black women when it comes to infant and maternal health.
So what made you to start this organization? How long has it been around?
Actually, so we are a part of Cradle Cincinnati, which for those who are unfamiliar with Cradle, Cradle was actually founded back in 2012. It's a collaborative effort between parents, caregivers, healthcare professionals, and members in the community to just put a commitment toward reducing infant mortality in our community. So a lot of what Cradle has done has focused around the mother, rightfully so, but there's data behind fathers being involved. There's better outcomes. So we started this initiative basically earlier this year. So I've been here since February.
Wow, what made you start it? I mean, I guess COVID was kind of over in February, but what made this jump start happen?
Yeah, so truthfully for me, this is something near and dear to my heart because I've gone through a loss of a child. So I know how that personally affects our community because it happened to me. And truthfully, what Cradle ended up doing is back in 2020, so last year, they partnered with UC and they did a focus group, basically just to find out the perspective of fatherhood from both Black men and women. And when they did that focus group, a lot of things came out of that. One, they talked about how it was important to highlight the importance of fathers. Two, it talked about organizing around fathers' interests, strengths, and capabilities. Three was just to provide a safe and open environment for fathers to be vulnerable. And then most importantly to me, the fourth thing they came up with was to relieve stress for both parents through activities, events, and conversations. So after that focus group came together, we really just made strides on building King Stand and just giving back to the community and trying to strengthen our families.
That's what it's all about. We talk about it. There's a lot of help and support for women, and not rarely, it's not nearly as much support for the men. So to hear you just speak on the things that they had in common, it's like, wow, like, yes, like men want to talk too. Men have problems as well, and
So
you
true.
all were able to get down to that by doing a study.
Absolutely. It just took a study and looking at data, and we knew, right, for our communities to be better, we had to find the root issues, and truthfully, um, dads play a huge role in better outcomes for moms that are pregnant. For example, a mom is 2 times less likely to go through infant mortality if dad is just present, and I don't think a lot of people know that. I know a lot of times fathers feel like maybe they don't really have, a voice in this space, but we have to be here to support our Black women. Black babies are dying at a higher rate than any other race. So that has to stop. And that's where Kings are standing up, like myself, and speaking on these issues and figuring out what we can do to improve this.
So when we're talking about infant mortality, are we talking about the loss of a baby?
So correct. Infant mortality is judged based off any child that does not make it to their first birthday. So while we want babies obviously to live much longer than that, any child or any baby that dies before their first birthday goes into that infant mortality rate.
Wow. I think we really do take life for granted. We don't realize how much of a blessing it is to be alive, and how much it is for a woman to survive after giving birth, let alone the baby actually being able to be here. And what you're saying is, from what the studies have noticed, was having the support of the king in the midst of her pregnancy can make a difference.
It can. I mean, truly, like, so I told you about mothers are 2 times less likely to suffer from infant mortality when father is present. But some other things that people may not know is when a father is involved during pregnancy, mothers are actually 1.5 times more likely to receive their prenatal care in the first trimester, which has very positive implications on both maternal and infant health. And then another thing too that people don't realize is during pregnancy, you know, fathers actually have the greatest impact on mothers when it comes to encouraging her to breastfeed. So fathers can actually support moms and breastfeeding, and also following the safe sleep guidelines, which both of those things reduce infant death. Um, you know, breastfeeding actually lowers the chances of infant mortality as well. I believe nationally, if a mother breastfeeds up until 3 months, her chances of infant mortality is reduced by 21%. And then
Wow.
anything above 3 months, it reduces the chances of it happen by 37%. So these are the things that we just want to encourage and educate people on, because we see this issue taking place in our community, and there's research out here on how we can help lower these rates.
You ain't never lied. I'm so glad I have you in here talking about this today, because like you said, it's not a discussion that we're having. And men do not feel that they have the obligation during the pregnancy. It's always like it is on the woman. But his presence, like you said, his voice makes a difference. I'm
Yes,
just saying, yeah, I think it's important for you to breastfeed, can make or break whether or not she decides to do it.
that's so true. It's so true. And a lot of times we don't even know that because, truthfully, we may be afraid to speak out. We don't want to step, over place. You know how it goes. All
I
the
know.
stereotypes.
You already got me knocked up. Shut up.
Right. We don't be wanting no smoke in that regard. So we
You
just
know
be
how you
quiet.
know how it is when you're in a relationship. You ain't can tell me about this.
Right.
But no, on a serious note though, with King Stan, is this an organization that people can join?
Yes, absolutely. So right now, we have a private Facebook page, just a sacred place for Black men to just talk about. And that group, you can just search King Stan, or if you do www.facebook.com/groups/King Stan, you
Yeah.
can join the movement there. But Queen's Village, which is basically the women's version of the mother's version of what I'm doing. We're connected. We're the same. organization. I'm just a fatherhood extension to Queens Village. So when we're doing stuff for King Stan, a lot of our stuff is advertised on the Queens Village page as well. And that's Queens Village Cincinnati on Facebook.
I love how the partnership works. We're gonna have to get Queens Village in here next, y'all.
Yes, yes, they coming. Look.
So what are some upcoming events that you all have planned?
Yeah, absolutely.
We
So,
outside now.
right. I know I'm excited about that. I know a lot of people are excited about it because truthfully, I'm tired of being in this house. Look, so I'm sure a lot of people feel like me. So, the big event that we have going on with King Stan is we're doing a family field day. And that is going to be taking place on July 17th. It's going to be from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. It's going to be down at Ziegler Park. So we are going to have so many fun activities for the kids. We have a bounce house, face painting. We have field events that we're doing, which helps boost, parent-child bonding. We're very intentional with everything that we're doing. But most importantly, it's just going to be a great time raffling off some great gifts. I'm not going to give away everything that we raffling off, but what I will say is I got a 4K smart TV, 50-inch TV that we're going to be giving away along with so many other things. So we are excited about that for King Stan.
You know they get excited over them TVs though, right?
Look, I wish I could put my name in a drawing to win it, but hey, it can't be me. So why not it be somebody else?
You the king behind the brand now. You can't do that. You can't do that. About to snitch you out.
Right.
So again, we got events coming up. Look, I heard the TV part.
Right. And I do want to put a plug out here too, because like I told you, I'm very we're connected. Queens Village has a lot of great things going on as well. So I want to give a plug and let you all know that Queens Village actually has a Black Girl Picnic coming up on July 14th. So if you want to connect with other Black women, eat together, I think they're going to be showing a movie down at Washington Park. That's going to take place on July 14th, I believe, at 7 p.m. And then there's a Queens Liberation that's taking place on July 31st, and that's going to be at Eden Park. And that is actually a play about sexual freedom. So we working on all cylinders for the fathers, the mothers, the women, and the men. We got you covered.
I love it. Now, is there an age limitations to this group to join? Long as you a daddy, you can come, or are we starting at a specific age to join the organization?
So truthfully, no, while we're about obviously strengthening fathers, we care about Black men. And that includes our younger men as well. So we're not leaving anybody out in this movement. I'm a firm believer if we get these men or these young men in now, that's only going to just better help them down the road as well. So there's no age limit. We're all for all ages.
I love it. Now, where can people go to learn more? Is the Facebook only way for us to connect with you all?
So no, we actually have a website as well. And that website is blackwomenforthewin.com. So there's information all about Queens Village there. You're going to find stuff about King Stan there. And we have a calendar there as well for you to be able to just keep up to see what we got going on. So you can go there in addition to Facebook. And we also have an Instagram as well.
I love it. I mean, with you just starting this organization, where do you see it being 2, 3 years from now?
Truthfully, I see it being big. I feel like we're just going to continue to have a big impact on the infant mortality rate. One thing that I do want to point out is so Queens Village actually started in 2019. And it was obviously built to support Black women in Cincinnati. And once we start doing that, basically we saw the infant mortality rate drop in Hamilton County. We saw record low in Black deaths for the second year in a row, and we're building on that success. So we know that it already works, right? We've tapped into the women, we see the results. So adding the men to this, like we're going to continue to see those infant mortality rates drop for the better for our community.
Oh, so hold on. It kind of had broken up. So reiterate that part for me. When Queens Village started, I heard part of it. You're saying, was there a raise or a drop? Because I heard the drop part.
Yes. So when Queens Village started and we started engaging with the community, with Black women, we started to see the numbers drop. They hit record low in Hamilton County. And so we're building on that success because we know what we're doing is working, informing the community about safe sleep, creating that outlet, creating that safe space for Black women. So with King Stan, we're doing the same thing, except we're approaching the fathers. And if we already see it working with Queens Village, when you add the men into it, and we already see the data shows that when dad is present, numbers drop. I expect to see these numbers drop even more.
I just want to reiterate the fact that you all are working together, and just let those that are listening, once they seen that it was working, they start working together so the drops can improve even more. So it's all about really that collaboration part. As you can see, he's on here and he's promoting Queen Village and talking about it. And I think that that's a great way for you all to show that united front too. You them about fatherhood and the important parts, the roles that they play and being there for the woman. You all are being there for each other as well. So I just salute you and commend you just for staying in your lane and allowing her to be in her lane, and you all coming together to make sure that again we stop this. Mothers are comfortable with their babies, especially if your baby is spoiled, so it's hard to be like, okay, the baby's gonna sleep over here, but I'm gonna have to keep getting up. But these things are important, and it's all about knowledge. And if I'm unaware that this is how babies are dying, then of course I'm going to keep doing it. So you all keep continuing with that mission to spreading the word and getting the information out here, because again, we must protect us and keep us safe.
That's right. Absolutely. I couldn't have said it any better. And this ain't an official abbreviation, but I got the King Stand here. And what I usually like to represent stand is stand together and never divided. We're always going to be stronger together. So we're going to keep being the example for the community.
Say it again because the internet was hating.
Oh.
Say it again because the internet was hating.
I got you. So for stand, I like to abbreviate that as stand together and never divided.
Yes.
We're stronger together, and we're going to see better results for our community as we continue to just work together. And you're going to see that from King Stan and Queens Village, and we're going to just build our communities up and keep doing what we see is working, and we're just going to build on that success.
I love it. Well, if you need anything else, just let me know. We would love to have you back on. Keep us informed as the organization continues to grow. So proud of you. Again, this is Community Conversations on 1230 The Buzz, your talk station, 101.5, 101.1 The Wiz, and 100.3. If you would like to be a guest, all you have to do is shoot me an email, msebonyj@radio-1.com. Thank you again for coming in, Mr. Anton.
Thank you.